Alright, this is the final question that was posed to the gentleman, and it's kind of a long one, so get ready. Understanding that all men and women are different, obviously no people are the same, but generally speaking, why do African American men leave smart, strong, loyal, hard-working African American women to be with Caucasian women? Is it that the men find it easier in that they're not held accountable for their actions by the Caucasian woman? Is it just to have a trophy in the Caucasian woman, or to prove something to the Caucasian male, like, yeah, I got massa woman now? Or is it, you know, what is it? Is it an ego thing? Any type of woman that a black man could want, smart, dumb, tall, short, fat, intellectual, athletic, lazy, whatever you want, you can find that in a black woman. So what makes the black guy overlook Belinda in favor of Buffy?
Okay, that was like 7 questions in one.
Well, it was one question with multiple parts. Any intelligent mind can break those down. Let's see what the guys can do with that.
All right.
Something new. A lot of times, guys, they done dealing with black women. They didn't had it. You know, even though they got everything, they get everything. You mean everything. You named everything. So they get the attitude. They get different things. You know, and they had just had it. So now they want to try something new, and it ain't that they just go for a white woman. Like, I'm aiming to get a white woman. At least I don't think that's the case. I think that they just go out and they start recognizing that it ain't just black women that approaching them. Like, they can have any type of woman they want, and they go for this white woman who got it going on, and she look good, and she got money, but she, you know, that's still what's good for the goose ain't gravy for the gander. That's what Jeff said. That ain't good, man. That don't necessarily mean it's a good thing, because with that, it come crazy. White women are crazy, you know. We think our black women, we think our black women be crazy, and they may flip out. They keep it in the home. You know what I mean? White women, they get the world involved.
It's just whom you choose to be with.
Okay.
Everyone's hard to get along with to a degree.
Okay.
It's just, that's across all races.
I messed with one white girl before, and that was it. And I would never mess with a white girl again. Not because I had a bad experience with the white girl. White girl was cool. She actually reminded me of a black girl. It's just, I honestly can't tell you. I really don't know. And plus, you know what I'm saying? White girls, believe it or not, they run the world. They run the world. It's not the white man, it's the white girls. You know what I'm saying? Because the white girls run the man. White girls got a lot of power. They got a lot of power. And all they got to do is say the word. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll have 10 cop cars outside your house. They know that. Even if they do it subconsciously, they know that. They already got it in their head off top. If they go into a relationship with African American guys that's going to be a failure. He ain't no good. He is gone. Or it ain't gonna work. It's gonna be something he gonna do. He can't do it to get good. It's gonna be something. When a white woman gets a man, a black man, it's like I said, the black woman feels like the prize. That goes back to the 90 days. Okay? So, with a white woman, when she gets this black man, see, she knows she got the prize.
That's one hell of a question. I'm in that predicament, so I can speak directly. Now, after having my daughter, who's 18 now, and then going through a divorce, I'm just kind of thinking that I'm cut out to be to be with an African American female. Both of those experiences left me a little bit scarred. Here's why.
Okay.
The conflict, the lack of resolution, the circular arguments. I personally think African American women are exceptionally independent. With the state of the African American male, they almost have to be. I don't think they have a choice. You know, these women are not very social. A lot of them don't get out. You know, a lot of the stuff is working at home and kids work.
Okay.
I don't think they necessarily feel the need to be with a man. I don't think. Flip side, and that's a cultural thing. On the flip side, and I think the Caucasian culture, it's important to be married.
Okay.
It's important to have a relationship.
Okay.
A lot of them desire relationships.
Okay.
I think they make decisions that might seem like they're being submissive, or might seem like they're making concessions in hopes to resolve conflict. And I think on the African American female side, it's a take it or leave it thing. Hey, you don't have to have it my way. I can have it my own way, and you don't have to be here. Because I'm capable of doing it on my own. I've seen it done before. So I think that's the difference.
Okay.
At least that's what I've seen.
Well, first of all, a black man leaving his black woman for a white woman being easier. I don't think the term "easier" is a term that we're using here, because a white woman is not so much that she's easier. Easy meaning that she'll just let me run all over her and she ain't gonna do nothing but say yes dear, yes dear. I've run into some white women who will snap back. They will snap back. The thing is, their timing on that snapback is a little bit different. If she sees you out doing something and you say, baby, we'll get to that a little bit later, she knows that she's going to back off and y'all going to get to it a little bit later, even if she has to bring it up herself. Whereas a black woman, I'll be at a family barbecue. If there's something she disagrees with, she's in your face, yelling, screaming, won't back off, won't back away, won't do anything. So, you know, you end up having to do something that you regret later on. You know, even if it's to the tune of just, you know, giving her a few, should I say, a verbal lashing. You know, so easier, I'm not going to say easier, but a little bit more understanding. Whereas a black woman seems like she has a lot more to prove. You even run into a lot of black women who want to just totally run the house. You know, and to me, I believe in the order of things, the proper order of things. A man should actually run that house. Now, don't get me wrong. They run it equally, but she will submit herself to her man.
See, somebody bitter with that question.
Yeah.
You can be perfect on all of that stuff and all that aspects, but if I'm at the crib and you getting on my damn nerves, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? You always complaining and bitching or something. Your ass can get left. A lot of these white women, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the times are, I ain't gonna necessarily say, a little bit more submissive. Like not as I ain't gonna say a bunch of them are argumentative and everything, but what I'm trying to say is it's not as combative. It's not as, and I think it's just on how we were raised. A lot of black people are built to be all strong. A lot of them, you know, raised a certain way. You got to be independent and all of that. So you get a lot of battling of the words. You get a lot of I won't give in. I won't. You get a lot of my way, selfish, little bit stuff like that. So. So to the lady that sent this question in, because we can tell it's highly detailed, that's going through this, my advice to her is shut up.
Yes.
She talk too much.
We can have a coder sister, but a sister thinks that we supposed to be with them.
Right.
A white girl or whoever, Caucasian, whatever word you want to use, they feel lucky to have us. So they and on a turn, they like, I got him, he ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna treat him like royalty. He ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we turn to that. We like, well, okay, well, you know, she over here doing this, that, and the third, and I don't get to hear the ear. You know, I ain't got to hear all the lip and stuff. Go ahead.
My bad.
You got it.
I think that's a problem with the older times. Like
it's
like
a
back
time,
in the day.
man.
Back in the day, it was a problem for a guy, an African American, date a white woman because she may have been cute, but she may have been skinny or this or that. But now you find a white woman with the same body as a for real. Like you look at
she got a 6-pack.
You find with a better attitude or you know what I'm saying. So it's not really like we settle for less or like we you know what I mean.
We
We
get
just
it all.
found somebody who look like a sister, but just ain't a sister.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
If I can find me a Kim Kardashian,
Look just like a sister. Yep. That's how.
I
want
want
the
to be an
experience.
issue in 2013 for
It's
for
a
black
new.
women.
It's a new
If
world
you see
out here.
a dude with a white woman and she look good, then you just lost out.
One could be the trophy piece, but a lot of it speaks to personal insecurities. A male could be insecure in his person, and having someone white on his arm might add something to the way he feels about himself. I mean, there's a number of reasons why.
Okay, and let me ask you this as a follow-up to that. Is there anything in the black woman that makes the black male tend to lean toward the white woman?
Well, they talk too doggone much, man.
Alrighty, ladies.
Wow.
I don't even know where to begin with that question. That was a loaded question.
Well,
I mean, what do you guys think about the comments?
Right. What
That's
do we
the
think about
major
the comments?
thing.
That's true. What do we think about the comments?
I do agree somewhat, though, that women, you know, we can be a little more comfortable. I think a lot of it does have to do, though, with that single parent, you know, being on her own, having to do it on her by herself for so long. I think we are very independent.
Right. And I think one comment, and I think this was actually by the 18-year-old, he brought up the fact that white women run the world. He said that.
A couple
That came
people
up.
actually
That
said
came up
that.
times.
He said, you know, a white woman tell the white men what they dictated. He was like, you fool around and mess with a white woman, you had a cops at your door.
You'll have 10 cop cars. And what was interesting was another one of the interviewees said something similar when he talked about, you know, women and someone else who we didn't get their interview said basically the same thing, that women are just women. They are all the same, you know, and that but one said white women are just as crazy as black women, but black women keep it in the home. White women let the world know. Let the whole world know.
And I have to say this, in my observations, a black woman, they're right, a black woman will rah, 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 rah in your face and stuff, but a black woman, nobody is going to be more down for you or ride or die than a black woman.
True.
If me and my man are fighting right now, if we actually go into physical blows and then somebody else come to blows with him, me and him
jumping in that
fight. And that's been my, you know, observation.
And one of the
black women,
interviewees did say, not that it was so much of a negative thing, he just pointed out some of the traits of black women, and he said he turned it back on the black male. That, you know, if they're not strong enough in their character to deal with that, then, you know, they may look for someone who's just easier, you know.
Exactly.
And he also said, I think
Easier
that same
came up a lot. Easier came up a lot.
said sometimes it's to have a trophy.
Alrighty, well,
I guess
that's the
they
truth.
know anything they can do, we can do better.
So that's all the questions, and we'll just follow up next week. We'll wrap it up next week.
We have one final
Wrap-up
topic of
question.
discussion for next week.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Signing off. I'm Chris.
I'm T.
I'm Shani.
I'm T. But what y'all just saying?
Nothing, because
I'm just saying, let's go on and get this party started. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.